What up, stackers? I hope everyone is doing well. Philly Stacker here, and I'm on a financial journey from poverty to freedom. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'll be showing off my weekly pickups and also be answering a question posed by Thousandaire from Thousandaire Radio. What kind of stacker are you? Stay tuned as I explore what kind of stacker I am and hit that like and subscribe button. If you're tuning in for the first time, since the beginning of January, 10 weeks ago, I've been stacking one silver state quarter and also one 90% Merc dime each week, with a few extra pickups along the way. With silver at these highs and the high volatility, also the rising premiums, I have let off the gas and kind of waiting for the dust to settle. As I wait for the dust to settle, I'm having fun with my 90% state quarters. They are a fun way to stay engaged. At this part of the journey, my silver stacking has turned into a hobby with benefits, I call it. Nowadays, with any asset or anything I buy, I think of an exit strategy. One thing that I'm learning is not only do you have to be your own bank nowadays, you also have to be your own coin store. And part of my exit strategy is to hold these long-term, collect them all, and then eventually sell them on eBay. I'm starting to look into eBay now. I will be working on building up more of a peer-to-peer network for future selling. And I'm looking to add eBay as an extra revenue stream in the future. Let's jump in and check out the weekly pickups. First, I have a Coinstar find. I found this in the Coinstar. I was surprised to see that it was 3/9 fine silver, 5 grams of 3/9 silver from RK Jewels in Esalen, New Jersey. I found out that RK Jewels is a Indian jewelry company specializing in wedding jewelry. On the back, we have 2 Hindu deities or gods. On the right, we have the elephant predicted, and the elephant is a representation of wisdom. Big ears are for listening. Elephants are known to be smart. On the left, we have a female deity, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. And apparently these rounds are used in being gifts in religious ceremonies and celebrations. Also, I picked up another silver Ike. Ike dollars are 40% silver, about 10 grams worth of silver in each coin. 3 Ikes will get you short of an ounce of silver. This is a 1976, the year of the bicentennial, and is a type 2. I have a type 1, now I got the type 2, so I'm happy to add this to the collection. Being from Philly, I had to get the Liberty Bell. President Eisenhower was instrumental in creating the interstate system after witnessing its usefulness in Germany in World War II. This week's Silver State Quarter comes from the great state of New Hampshire. On the front, we have George Washington, and on the verse, we have the motto, "Live free or die." New Hampshire has one of the best mottos for sure. And then we also have the writing, Old Man of the Mountain. Picture of a mountain and a guy kind of blended in there. As a kid, I was born on top of a mountain, outhouse and all. My parents got divorced when I was young. My mom went back to Philly, and I followed her and got off that mountain as soon as I could. New Hampshire has a nice quarter. I'm glad to add it to the collection. And last but not least, I picked up a another Merc dime. This is from the Roaring 20s, 1920, and it is out of the Denver Mint. And I'm happy to add it to the collection. This little dime is over 100 years old, and I can just imagine the stories it could tell. I have also been setting aside some cash, $25 a week. I started in January, putting some dry powder on the side. I got these plastic sleeves. It seems to make them more valuable. It's like a Jedi mind trick I play on myself. It helps me with not spending it, but collecting it. All right, it's time to find out what kind of stacker the Philly Stacker is. I would say I'm an investor first. I first started stacking silver when spot price was around $22. I was looking for something to invest to, and I saw silver was the only asset that hasn't reached its previous all-time high adjusted for inflation. So I saw a lot of growth, and boy, did it grow. Shot up from 22 an ounce to 120 an ounce. Can anyone say cha-ching? Second, I would consider myself a stacker. I fell in love with silver the first time I held an ounce in my hand. I started getting Gollum vibes. The precious. I've come to love stacking, just holding it in your hand, watching it accumulate. I soon found out that stacking silver was a great way to save money for a guy like me that whenever I have money in my pocket, it just burns a hole in it. I love the discipline of stacking. I love the stacking community. Frankly, I love everything about it. Silver is like the Swiss Army knife of the financial world, I've come to learn. At the moment, silver is flexing its investment potential, and it is a good store of wealth. I'm also realizing that someone like me of modest means trying to build wealth, that I should be concentrating more on wealth creating assets than store of value assets. I'm currently looking for other undervalued assets at the moment, but I love silver and stacking and everything about it. So the way I justify it is, now that I'm treating silver as like a hobby with benefits, to justify spending money on silver at this particular time, I've began to pick up extra shifts at work to pay for my hobby. Stacking silver will always be a part of who I am going forward. Third is I'm a collector. As a kid, I always enjoyed like collecting sports cards, comics, G.I. Joes, things of that nature. I find silver to be the perfect collector's item. It holds its value. It has the potential to increase in value. I try to stay close to spot as possible, but I'm free from, the spot price or the premiums. I'm more of a value collector, and I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of these state quarters and mercs. Fourth, I would consider myself a history buff, and I really enjoy silver and the history of certain pieces, like the piece that I found in the Coinstar, that Indian round. I enjoyed learning, about the Indian culture, how they use them little silver rounds as gifts during the holidays. They use it in religious ceremonies, leaving the coins on the altar One thing I like to do is if I buy a Morgan dollar, or let's say, the Mercury dime I got today, it's a 1920. I wonder what was happening in America in the 1920s. I look it up. I see what you could buy in that time period, with a dime. Collecting the state quarters, I learn more about each state. I really enjoy the relationship between history and silver. So I'm an investor, a stacker, a collector, and a historian. So that must make me a investa stacker lactor orion. A investa stacker lectorian. What kind of stacker are you? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe. All right, I'm going to wrap it up and leave it there. May your pockets be heavy and your heart be light. May good luck pursue you each day and each night. May you be poor in misfortune and rich in blessings. This is the Philly Stacker, wishing you all the best. Keep stacking, keep learning.